Et tu, Brute!
What's going on, guys? Matthew back again, this time for a political video. This isn't something I do a lot, but I saw this video the other day and it really struck a chord with me because I believe this is part of a strategy that I haven't heard a lot of people talk about on YouTube or anywhere else right now, but maybe they have, but I haven't noticed it. Let's go and start the video, and I'll talk throughout the video and after.
Tonight, K-File investigates. In a new report, you'll see first out front. The K-File team scoured Kamala Harris's tweets and statements going all the way back to 2017. And what they found was more than 50 instances of Harris slamming Trump's border wall. But now, new Harris campaign ads actually showcase that very wall.
Okay, so right off the bat, what you're about to see is them kind of slamming Harris for taking credit and trying to say that the border wall is a good thing, and they're kind of just turning their backs on Harris. Let's go and play it, and I'll get into more of what I think about it.
Border state prosecutor, she took on drug cartels and jailed gang members for smuggling weapons and drugs across the border.
And don't forget, this is the same Harris who said in that interview like 3 years ago, he was trying to, I think it was an ABC reporter asked her, or he told her that you have not been to the border. And she said, well, I haven't been to Europe either. I'll try to find that clip for you.
We are going to the border. We've been to the border. So this whole thing about the border, we've been to the border. We've been to the border.
You haven't been to the border.
And I haven't been to Europe.
Tell me more about what you found.
Yeah, that's right. We found more than 50 of those tweets criticizing the border wall before she used that in her ad. And I want people to take a look at just a few of what she said here. She called it wasteful, useless, a waste of taxpayer money, a vanity wall project.
And obviously, if you have a brain cell, you know that none of that's true. Money going towards the border wall to keep us safe and to force legal migration is absolutely a great use of taxpayer money. That shouldn't even be a right or left thing. That should just be common sense. And hopefully we're heading towards that.
A wasteful border wall, a stupid wall, a medieval vanity project, and an unnecessary wall. And those are really just, I mean, there were more of those, just like 10 or like 50. But there was really a lot of this. Was the common refrain during the campaign. You read that quote where she said it was against everything that not only she stood for, everything America.
Kamala Harris doesn't stand for anything except for making money and gaining power.
Stood aboard, and she brought this up a lot. Take a listen to just one instance of that in 2019.
It's the president's vanity project.
His multi-billion-dollar vanity project called a wall is nothing more than a distraction from the fact that he actually hasn't focused on working people in America. He contrived a national crisis around his big distraction.
All right, so you go through all of that, you've got all the tweets, and yet all of a sudden in the ads, there's pictures of the wall, and then you went through to look at that wall. Yeah. Like, what is that specific wall that's in her campaign ads now? And you found something very interesting about this specific portion of the wall.
And that is a portion of wall that was actually built by Donald Trump. It was built in an area where there was not previous wall. It was actually pretty controversial when they were building it at the time. So just to see that, and then there are other.
She's using his wall that he built to say, "Look at what I did." Basically.
Okay, so what you just heard her say, she's using his wall to promote herself. This is not something that you would ever hear CNN say, especially in an election year, and especially this close to an election. We're only 2 months away, 8 weeks away from this election. The fact that CNN is doing this is very strange, but I don't think it's very strange, and I'll tell you why that is in just a second.
Other images of the wall, we weren't able to pinpoint, but there's telltale signs that was a Trump wall because there's an anti-climbing plate on top that became popularized during the Trump years.
It's really incredible reporting and important. All right, Andrew Kaczynski and K-File, thank you very much.
Tonight's breaking news.
Okay, so basically what I think the strategy is here, the people at CNN, the people in charge who decide what these people on TV say, I believe that they know Harris does not stand a chance against Trump in a free and fair election. So basically what they're doing is they're trying to cover for themselves so that after Trump wins, they can say, hey, they can tell us all to look back at clips like that and say, hey, we are a non-biased news network, like we say. So this is what they just did. It wasn't for the sake of the country, Democrats or Republicans. It was for the sake of CNN, just themselves, just so that they can say, point to it and say, we are non-biased like we claim to be when they're not. They do not think Harris can beat Trump. Harris is basically in there. It was a last-ditch effort to try to gain black support, especially black women, and try to use that support to beat Trump. Now, if Harris were to somehow win, then they wouldn't even point back to this. They would just continue on doing what they normally do and be completely biased as they normally are. But anyway, guys, that's the video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please hit that like button and subscribe, and we'll talk to you guys later. Take it easy.